In this video, we're going to go through gravimetric analysis. And the essential question we're going to answer is how can the mass of a precipitate be used to identify an unknown compound? All right, let's dig in. So gravimetric analysis is a lab method that we use to determine the amount or identity of a substance by forming a solid precipitate and measuring its mass. So the gravimetric analysis process involves reacting, and you'll get a precipitate. So it'll look cloudy, kind of like what you see in this image on the right. Now the precipitate, the solid that forms, can be filtered out. So we'll pour it into filter paper, and we'll be left with kind of like a gunk that's on the filter paper, and we'll dry the filter paper to get off all of the excess liquid. We'll then measure the mass. So once it's stuck to the filter paper, we can get the mass of that solid, and we will use stoichiometry to identify the unknown substance. So the steps to solve. We'll write the balanced chemical equation if it's not given already. We'll then convert the mass of the precipitate to moles, because when we compare things, we do it in moles. We're going to be using a mole ratio from the balanced equation, and you'll see when we looked at our first example how that works. And then we'll calculate the molar mass of the unknown. And using that molar mass, we can identify the unknown substance. All right, let's look at an example. So we have calcium chloride. M is going to be our unknown group 1 metal. So our unknown carbonate, with which will turn into calcium carbonate, solid, that's our precipitate, and the metal chloride, aqueous. Okay. So information that's given here is that the mass of our metal carbonate used is 0.987, and the mass of our precipitate is 1.336. All right, so let me zoom in just a tad here. Okay, so the first thing that we need to do is we need to take our carbonate, our calcium carbonate, and we're going to turn it into moles. So let me just set this up. So we have 1.336 grams of our calcium carbonate. And we're going to turn it into moles. So we'll set up our conversion. You will need the molar mass of calcium carbonate. So I've already calculated that. It's 100.09 grams. That's how many grams are in 1 mole of calcium carbonate. Now, if you don't know how to find molar mass, we'd go back and watch my video on molar mass. Okay, so I plugged this into my calculator, which I've already done, and I got 0.01335 moles of calcium carbonate. Okay, now let's go back and let's look at the equation. So in our equation, we have calcium carbonate, and we have our unknown metal carbonate. Now, there's nothing in front of this. Notice we have a 2 in front of our metal chloride, but in front of the calcium carbonate and the metal carbonate, there isn't anything. Okay, there's like an imaginary 1 here. So the ratio of calcium carbonate to metal carbonate is 1:1. So for every 1 mole of calcium carbonate produced, we need 1 mole of our metal carbonate. Okay, so I can take my moles of calcium carbonate and convert those to moles of our metal carbonate. So it's 1:1. So for every 1 mole of calcium carbonate, I'm going to need 1 mole of our metal carbonate. Okay, I know this seems a little unnecessary because it's 1/1. In this case, it's 1/1. We're going to get the same number, but it's not always 1/1. As you'll see in our next example. Okay, so now we have our moles of our metal carbonate. Okay, so if you go back and look at the steps that we wrote down, once we have our moles of metal carbonate, we're going to find the molar mass. So molar mass is grams over moles. So going back and look at the information that was given to us in the question, we know the mass of our metal carbonate, and we just found the moles right here. So we're just going to do the mass over the moles. So the mass was 0.987, and our moles was 0.01335. So when I plug this into my calculator, which I've already done, I get 73.9 grams per mole. Okay, now that's not our answer, but we're close. So our 73.9, let's look at this. So our metal, whatever it is, and it's carbonate, CO3. So we have 2 times whatever our metal is, we'll call it X. Carbon is 12.01. Oxygen is 16, but we have 3 of them. And that will add up to 73.9. So if 16 times 3 plus 12.01, and if I subtract that from 73.9, and then divide by 2, I will get X is equal to 6.95. And if I look on my periodic table, 6.95, the molar mass matches up with lithium. Okay, so that's our first example. Let's do one more here. So this one is not a 1-to-1 ratio. So if you notice, or is it a 1-to-1 ratio? It is a 1-to-1 ratio. Oh, I lied. So both of our examples are going to be a 1-to-1 ratio. All right. Well, that's okay. First step, we're given our mass of silver chloride. So let's convert that into moles. So 0.840. Okay. And silver chloride, I've already figured out the molar mass. It's 143.32 grams. That's how many grams are in 1 mole of silver chloride. Okay, so when I plug that into my calculator, I get 0.0586 grams, nope, I'm sorry, moles of silver chloride. And if we go back and look at our equation, our solid was silver chloride, and we want to find out what our metal chloride was here. So these are 1-to-1. There's a 1 in front of both pieces. So we'll set up our mole ratio. So for every 1 mole of silver chloride, we had 1 mole of our metal chloride. And that is 0.00586. Again, it's not always 1-to-1. In these 2 examples that I did, it is, but it's not always. So now let's find our molar mass. Okay, our molar mass is grams over moles. And from our question, the grams of our metal chloride was 0.450. And we had 0.00586 moles that we just found here. So if I plug that in, I get 76.8 8 grams per mole. Okay. Now, whatever our unknown metal is, plus my chlorine will add up to 76.8. So my metal we don't know. Chlorine is 35.45. So if I subtract that, I get X is equal to 41.35 grams per mole. And that, if I look at my periodic table, matches up with potassium. And that is how you do the calculations for gravimetric analysis.